for all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events, and much more. Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Ttpfl live right here on Wave TV. We've got Rangers up against the Phoenix of Tobago. Yes, the Phoenix Lakota Rangers. They come up against Phoenix. The teams are just about getting ready to take the pitch, so we'll have for you the starting lineups. For Rangers, we've got in goal number 1, Tane Devonish. He'll be the goalkeeper. Number 16, returning to the starting lineups, Jesus Perez. He'll be wearing the captain armband. Cameron Wiley, number 4. Kishon St. Rose, number 10. Ricardo Williams, number 12. Number 14, Tariq Sunderland. Number 15, Kishon Hutchinson. Number 17, Nikolai Orr. Number 18, Nathaniel Hernandez. Number 19, the big man, Malachi Celestin. Number 21, rounding off the starting lineups, Aquino Weeks for Phoenix. We've got in goal Shaheem Carrington. The captain, Javon Williams, will be sporting number 4 jersey. Corey Carrington, the impressive left wing back, he'll be wearing number 3. The big man up front, Sherwin Lovella. Number 14, Cassidy Davidson. Number 16, Emmanuel Cox. The veteran, Tevin Caesar, will be wearing number 17. And number 18 is Nigel Burnett. Number 19, Jaheim Harry. Number 20 will be Omari Allen. And rounding off the starting lineups, Jeremiah Bristol. So that's the starting lineups for you. The other team on the pitch, the third team, the refereeing team, they are in black. The man crying the whistle this afternoon is going to be Jordan Cox. AR assistant number 1 is going to be Yarin Gosain. And referee assistant number 2, Kerry Myers. The fourth official, none other than Timothy Derry. The match commissioner, Tisha Belfort. And the referee assessor is Mr. Kevin Lewis. So that's the teams on the pitch. The Phoenix, they are in red. And they come up against the Lahokota Tumnex Rangers. They are in white, black, and red socks. And they're just about ready to kick things off here, standing over the ball. Kishon St. Rose as they're almost set to go. The referee Cox looks at his watch and he sends them on their way. Terminex going all the way back to Jesus Perez. Perez wider to Hernandez. Hernandez finds Celestin. Celestin always full of running. Turning one way then the other. Gets past his man. Still in possession there, and he finds St. Rose. St. Rose with some time. Looks up, sees that there's no support going forward. So he has to go backward. And he's finding that was Hutchinson who loses out. Jesus Perez winning. St. Rose wider there to Ricardo Williams. Williams goes past his man. A shot! Flashing just wider. So it's... In fact, it was tipped around the corner by Carrington. So it's going to be a corner here for the Terminex Lahokota Rangers. And looking to take this one is Sunderland. He's going to be taking this with the right boot. It's going to be curling in. The big guys, they've loaded the area. Ball floated over, and it's headed clear. But there's some pushing in the area, and a player goes down holding his head. So the referee Cox just put things up.
Williams
this
goes
was
past
the
his
early
man, a
opportunity
shot!
here. A shot just flushing wide. It was Williams showing early intent here, the Lockett Rangers team. So it's as we see the physio just ensuring that all is well. The bomb ball, but as they start from the back, Bristol just dropping the ball to Tevin Caesar. Tevin Caesar, former national player, both at the youth and senior. Cox trying to go wrong. He does go wrong, but coming back and able to recover is Hernandez. And then it was Emmanuel Cox who just gives up the silly foul there. Two young coaches on the boot bench, and Gel De Souza. He's on the bench for the Phoenix team, and Leslie Russell is on the bench for the Terminix Lockett Rangers team. As they go back to Wiley. Wiley across to Jesus Perez. Jesus Perez, a very talented player, has not fulfilled his potential. Former national player, started his senior football at this level at that was a W Connection, highly rated by Stuart Charles Fauvier. But here comes Phoenix trying to get some points from this one. Wiley running himself into difficulties, and then the ball is recovered and recycled by Caesar. Ball falls here to Williams. St. Rose and Williams exchanging passes, and that ball just goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. So it's spotted quickly, taken short, and Caesar finding this Burnett in the pocket. He finds the impressive Carrington, Corey Carrington. Remember that name, bustling wingback, this youngster. Lovell finding Cox. He goes back to Trevin Caesar. Trevin Caesar trying to take control over the middle of the park. How long can he do that? It's another question. Takes a lot of energy to boss the middle of the park when you want to play the ball and then go and collect it back. Ball played forward is your onside, but it's well defended, and Devonish will take no chances. Banks it forward, but a good commanding header at the back. Caesar. Hernandez crying Caesar for a run here. Gets the ball across. But the late challenge by Bristol on Hernandez, called back there by referee Cox. Jordan Cox doing an excellent job there. Good refereeing. So it's going to be a free kick here. And standing over this one is Jesus Perez. He has a very intelligent left boot. Doesn't have much aerial power to aim at though. But he can definitely deliver the ball. Ball inside. And it's just hacked back. And it goes out for a throw. So it's going to be a throw in here for the Lockett Rangers team. a lot of different instructions, as it was Nathaniel Hernandez who's jogging across to take this throw-in. Throws back and finds Perez. Perez to Wiley. Wiley across the park. St. Rose, but it's broken up there, and looking to come forward is Barnett. He loses out. St. Rose Weeks, and then they go back to Wiley. Wiley across to Perez. Perez weighing the armband. Ball aimed at St. Rose, but it's overhit and it's going to go out for goal kick. So Phoenix find themselves one from bottom. In fact, two from bottom. The last place team is Civic, second to last. The Eagles team. Then comes Phoenix. They will definitely would have been looking to get a top 6 position this season to match that of last season. They had some credible performances, but I think the traveling may just have taken a toll on them. They've been very inconsistent. Some day very good, but in others not so good. Two extremes as that ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throwing for the Laukta Rangers team. When you look at Laukta Rangers team, many may say, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Normally a team stacked with stars. And that ball just out of the reach of Hernandez. This season, the management have just changed the philosophy. They've decided to go young. They've gone for, made an investment in younger players, hoping to get them developed through the season. It has not gone as planned. Developing younger players are not impossible. San Juan Jablote have shown that it can be done. They've gone with basically an under 23 outfit with a sprinkling of experience here and there. And they've definitely been the story of the league. Early on, they've gone a bit of boil. Rangers, though, would like to at least finish strong. That ball played through, and Weeks will be first aid. Ball banged forward, but it's cut out by Barnett. By Bristol, sorry, it falls to Barnett. And exchanging passes here, but Caesar just gives it away cheaply. Wiley aimed at Celestin, but it's a bit overhit, and it goes out. It's going to be a throw-in. Quickly taken there by Cox, Emmanuel Cox. He goes back to Bristol. Bristol to Caesar. Caesar trying to go cross field. He was quite tidy early on, Tevin Caesar, but he's not been as competent as the moments have gone by. Bristol going across to his captain, Javon Williams, who goes across to the impressive Corey Carrington. Carrington, that's a brilliant ball forward, but it's headed down there by Wiley. Oh, give him away cheaply there. Barnett playing the ball wider, but it seemed to be aimed at Carrington, but it was intercepted by, that's Harry. Bristol is walking it forward. So the Phoenix team enjoying a good spell of possession. The Rangers team going into normal Rangers mode, which is defend and look to hit on the counter. As the ball is played through. And it's well held there by goalkeeper Devenish. So it's Rangers here in possession, but they lose out to Phoenix. Harry finding Tevin Caesar. Harry with a cross-field run, putting on the fans. Ball floated in, finds Lovell, but he's screened out by Perez. And they're able to... That's a brilliant ball, even to Celestin, but a bit overhit. The idea was good, the execution just not up to the idea. It was Hutchinson there. Keyshawn Hutchinson trying to release. It was Celestin. So it's going to be a throw in here. As jogging across to take that throwing is Emmanuel Cox. He throws it in. Find Bristol. Bristol across to Williams. Williams, the skipper, just walking it forward. Corey Carrington goes past his man and he's tripped up. Corey Carrington, this youngster, I think it's a name that you got to pencil in because he's shown that he's very competent with the ball. Intelligent player. Always up for a battle as well. So it's a good find for Phoenix. So turning away here. That's a brilliant ball. Celestin, can he keep it in play? The Sealess residents putting on the afterburners. Ball across. He finds... And St. Rose would think he should have done a whole lot better when he sees this replay. He would know that it was a chance that went a begging. The ball was placed into the area there by Celestin. St. Rose had more time than he bargained for. He was in between the defenders. He tried to go one time with the left boot and just placed it wide. So definitely a good opportunity. Keyshawn St. Rose, as a youth player, would have definitely finished that. He led the Youth Pro League for many years in every division, under 13, 15. As his age group went up, so did his goal scoring prowess. He's just leveled off here as a senior. Ball across, but it's easily broken up. And Perez finding Hernandez. Celestin finding Hutchinson. Ball played over Williams, but he's got Corey Carrington. It's not going to be an easy battle. And coming back and doing the defensive duties there was Nigel Burnett. Burnett back in possession. He goes back to his skipper. Williams just walking the ball forward, taking the pace off the game. And of course, Rangers go back into their normal ploy, just dropping off the ball, allowing the ball to be played in front of them, not offering up much space in behind. The modern Rangers, that's La Hocata Rangers, normally plays this sort of way. They play on the counter. Barnett, but he's lost out here to Orr. Orr's bursting forward. He finds St. Rose. St. Rose trying to reverse the pass, but it was some good defensive work there by Bristol, and it goes out for a throw-in. So it's going to be a throw-in here for the Rangers team. Again, the one complaint I've had over numerous games is that we're not seeing those ball attendants. It's going to be weeks to take this one. Throws it in and finds Orr. Orr with an early ball inside, but Bristol is able to control it on his chest. Barnett just puts it off of Weeks, and he's going to get a throw-in for his team. Corey Carrington to take it. The referee assistant on the far side just instructing him where and when it should be taken. As the Phoenix team in possession here. That's a searching ball aimed at Harry. You would have just straight into an offside position. The flag went up. And the Rangers team look to start from the back. There's a ball forward by Wiley, but it's gone all the way through, huh? A back pass almost getting their wires crossed. Bit of a hands. Good battle there between these two. The number 20, Alain, and the number 18, Nathaniel Hernandez. A battle within a battle. Story within a story. So it's going to be a throw-in, and Emmanuel Cox is going to take this throw-in for the Phoenix team. So if you're just joining us, you're watching Ttpfl Tier 1 action. It's live right here from the Otto Bolden Stadium. Ball headed clear as far as Weeks. Weeks wide to Williams. Ricardo Williams looking to go for a run here. He's putting on the afterburners. A shot. It's been charged down and it goes out. It's going to be a corner here. A right-sided corner for the Rangers team. They don't seem to think that it's their corner. Not interested in getting the ball. Finally, Sunderland decides that, oh, well, it's our ball. So he decides that he'll go across and take it. He's going to be taking this with the right boot. It's going to be curling away. Not much aerial power for the Rangers team, as Bristol 6'5", about 210 pounds, most of it muscle. And Phoenix able to get going on the restart, but a misplaced pass. So pretty open game. Hasn't got whetted the appetite of the spectators. The couple hundreds that are in here at the Otto Bolden Stadium. Headed clear. And Hernandez will get an opportunity a couple of yards down to do it over. Tevin Caesar. Well taken there by Davidson. He has Harry running away, peeling away wider. Harry floats this one in. Just stay down. Lovell with a bit of a heavy touch. Turns one way. Lovell Ah, showing Lovell there. Much ado about nothing. He turned inside and just skied his shot really. The Rangers team living dangerously. Of course, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on the channel. Of course, a very important day. Whether you celebrate it or not, it's a time of celebration and recognition of mothers. As Celestina looks to celebrate something here. He's into the area. Ball across. Good touch there by Ttpfl. Doing enough, but it's not cleared yet. And finally, it's cleared out there by Corey Carrington. So there we saw it. Celestina bursting into the area. Did well. Got across, but it was Ttpfl who got that vital touch. That's getting away from the danger area. But it's going to be Weeks. Akito Weeks. Throws it in. Finds Hutchinson. Exchanging passes, those two. But then trying to do too much. Harry. Good strong challenge there on Burnett. Ball floated. Finds Williams. Kishon. Sidrose. Still Sidrose. Celestin. Malachi Celestin. And they go back. Hutchinson. But it's easily handled there by Carrington. Shaheem Carrington. And he just rolls it out to Davidson, who burst forward. Harry. Finding Davidson. Ball floated across. Lovell goes down in the area much too easily for the liking of referee Cox, who was right on spot. So with just about 24 minutes gone in this one, the score is 0-0. Phoenix up against the Timlex Lakota Rangers. Carrington, that's Corey, finds Tevin Caesar running at the heart of the defense. Goes back to skipper. So they're changing their formation, Phoenix, as they try to get a go-ahead goal. Lovell. Bristol. Davidson showing a good touch. Goes back to Cox. Cox finding Burnett. Burnett turns away from the pressure. Finds Bristol. And then Bristol brings it all the way across to Williams. Bristol, a big ball forward aimed at Lovell, but it's intercepted by Jesus Perez. Given away cheaply. Phoenix knocking this ball around nicely here. A shot by Ttpfl, but it's easily handled by goalkeeper Devonish. Earlier today, the Clásico in Spain, finishing 4-3 to the Barcelona. The Barcelona fans will be quite happy with that. That's a brilliant ball. He's onside. A heavy touch by Harry. It falls to Lovell. Lovell charged down by Jesus Perez. And it's gone out for a corner. So a lot of action taking place there. It was a brilliant ball. And it found Harry, who was free. There, as we have a look at it again, the keeper came out. Credit to him. He made himself big. He made the first save and then bailed out by Jesus Perez. Now it's going to be a corner taken short. And it's driven again off Rangers players. So it's going to be another corner here. So they are applying some pressure now, the Phoenix team. Trevin Caesar taking his time to retrieve the ball, but it's been a brilliant double save by the keeper, T. Devonish, and then Jesus Perez making himself big, putting his body on the line. But it's going to be Caesar. He's going to be taking this with the left boot. He's going to be killing out the big guys from the back. Lots of aerial power on this Phoenix team. Ball is floated across. Just headed clear by Perez. Davidson finding Alain. Alain a shot from distance. Just flashing over. So it was a shot from distance, just flashing over, but going down and staying down is Perez. In fact, it's not Perez, but it's seems like Hutchinson who stayed down. That would not be good news for the Rangers team, but Hutchinson is up, so it's Nikolo Ulimsov, the former Sawa North player. He's traveled around a bit, had a bit of a spell in one of the Central American countries. He's not settled just yet or gone on as his early talent promised. But of course, it's never too late. It's Devonish who goes short to Perez. Perez is well off. Just more or less cleared out. And it's going to be a throwing here. Quickly taken by Cox. Or Celestin. Celestin trying to thread the needle, but it's good defensive work there by Cox. Harry just slowing things down. Of course, if you just slow things down, the Rangers team, they're going to recover. They're quite happy to give you the room in front of them, not behind them, as this one is aimed forward. Well taken here by Perez. Taken down from behind was Sunderland. Trevin Caesar having a quick word with him is referee Jordan Cox. Weeks. Corey Carrington. Yeah, he's very solid at the swing back position. I've watched him for a couple of matches. Definitely he's one to note for the future. Ball played through. Hutchinson loses out. Good strong tackle there by Ball banged across field, aimed at Williams. Williams able to win out. And then he's brought down by Corey Carrington. Just on top of the area. It's in a very dangerous position. Referee Jordan Cox just pulling him over. They're getting the better of Corey Carrington. And then Carrington just hacking him down just outside the area. Easy decision for the referee. So it's going to be a free kick. Standing over the ball is Jesus Perez. He can definitely hit it from this sort of area. But it seems like Sunderland is the man who's going to be up to take this one with the right boot. Perez comes off the wall, and it's going to be a corner. Fuck, it's a goal kick. He's asking the referee. He heard two songs, and it's going to be a free kick for a goal kick for the Phoenix team. They go short. Finding Bristol, he's going to just walk the ball into the open space. Burnett, he got his pocket picked. Oh, Burnett able to recover. Celestin, the advantage played. Then it's broken up. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. So it's going to be a throw into the Rangers team. Thrown in. Sunderland headed clear by Bristol, and just banged upfield there by Cox. Bit of a heavy touch there by Alain. Alain goes back to Cox. He exchange passes. Lovell finds Corey Carrington on the overlap. Corey Carrington bursting into the area. Finds Harry. Harry to Lovell. Lovell, shot charged down by Perez. Sunderland. Oh. Falls to Celestin here. Celestin. Burst past his man. Ball with the outside of the boot. What a brilliant save there by Carrington. Shaheem Carrington. And then Corey Carrington has to do the cleanup job. So it's going to be Caesar who's going to be bringing this one forward. Carrington. Easily handled by Weeks. Weeks goes back to skipper Perez. Perez bringing it across. Finds Hernandez. Hernandez skips past one challenge. Goes back to Perez, and Perez goes all the way back to Wiley. Wiley finding Hutchinson. Hutchinson getting past the initial press by Phoenix. He's going at the heart of the team, and he's tripped up by Carrington. Carrington has to be very careful. And he's been given the signal by referee Cox. That's your last chance. Any more time, and you're gonna any more times, and you're gonna be find yourself in the referee's book. So it's quickly taken. A lot of signaling there by referee Cox, looking like he's a policeman at the Independence Parade. Ball goes back to Wiley. Wiley skips past the initial challenger, Lovell. Finds who goes back to Perez. Perez with a searching crossfield ball. Finds Williams, who has a good touch. But Corey Carrington able to win out. And then he bangs it forward. Aimed at Davidson. Davidson up against Wiley. And then he's just barged over. And it's going to be foul. Free kick for the Phoenix team, quickly taken. So as it's just about 36 minutes gone in this one. The scores, if you're just joining us, Phoenix up against Ttpfl Lakota Rangers. Both teams in a 0-0 stalemate thus far. Bristol. Good defensive header there by Hernandez. Caesar finding Carrington. Carrington early ball in. Not well played. Oh, Celestin. He's got a room. He loves to run. Rolls it across. Bit of a heavy touch, but he's able to recover. And Hutchinson and Celestin not on the same page. In fact, that's St. Rose, sorry, and Celestin not on the same page. And that ball just going out of play. So referee Cox would be just looking at his watch now and seeing that there's just about 8 minutes before the halftime interval. I'd love to be a fly on the wall to hear what these coaches will have to say. I think that if the scores remain 0-0 at the half, both would think that they should have been doing a whole lot better, their teams. It's really a lower level scrap in terms of these two teams. That's 9 versus 10. But it's going to be a free kick. Harry floats it in. Devonish comes, claims at the highest point. And just infringing there was Barnett, Nigel Burnett. But it's Phoenix maintaining control as a referee Natalia, she's in the stands, Natalia Williams. Ball comes across. Ball played through. But it's just given away there by Sunderland. And the flag has gone up. Lovell coming from an offside position. Quickly taken. Sunderland just allowed to go through to the keeper. Williams finds Bristol. Davidson trying to get his wing back to advance. Caesar going all the way back to his captain, who's playing the centre back position. Shutter's charge down. Finds Carrington, who started to find himself higher up the pitch. Tevin Caesar almost getting his pocket picked, but they're able to maintain possession. Alain exchanging passes, find Davidson, or able to come and win out. Then he's screening it. Keeping the way though, but falls to Corey Carrington. Corey Carrington drives past his man. He's in the area and cleared by Weeks, but only as far as the captain, Javon Williams. Javon Williams with a shot, just flashing wide. So the skipper just coming forward there, pulling the trigger, but it just flashed wide. So this game is just cruising to 45 minutes. Good defensive header there by Tevin Caesar. Wiley, Weeks, but Harry able to come across and clear it out. So it's going to be a throw in here to the Rangers team. So as we approach the halftime whistle in this one, if you're just joining us, you're watching Ttpfl action live right here on Wave TV. Remember to like, subscribe, and share as we bring to you all things sport right here on Wave TV. And just tripped up, there was Hutchinson. They go back as Rangers try to build out the back. Hutchinson turning away from the challenge aimed at Celestin. Can he keep it in play? He can't, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Phoenix team. Phoenix 76, 1976, the pride of Tobago. This is round number 19. And they've played all their games in Trinidad. Add to that the First Citizens Cup midweek fixture, where they fell to the defense for was tier 2 in on penalty kicks from the penalty mark. Devonish looking for movement. It goes back to the skipper Jesus. Jesus Perez bangs it forward, but only Bristol will be able to clear this one. But it's just going down, being run over there by that's Hutchinson, and the fourth official will signal that he has 2 added on minutes to be played. Coming on claiming is Devonish, Teen Devonish. And he bowls this one out, finds Sunderland. Sunderland with a nice turn. Ball played into space. Celestin will look up and see that he has 2 across the park. He goes for glory. It's deflected out and it's going to be a corner. So Rangers able to win a corner here. They've not made best uses of their set pieces thus far. It's going to be taken with the right boot. It's going to be curling away. Ball floated into the area. And getting his head to it is the smallest man on the pitch. Keyshawn Cinerose, but unable to keep it down. So with 2 minutes added to be played, just about 1 more minute left. Bristol Across to Cox, Emmanuel Cox. It's given away cheaply. Oh, Sunderland. Celestin finding Hernandez on the overlap. Hernandez with the early ball, but able to come and clear is Williams. And Arlene just goes back to Bristol. Bristol across to his captain, Williams. I'm sure that referee Cox will have a watch as his watch and sees that time has expired. So that brings an end to the first half in this one. Remember, you're watching Phoenix. They're up against the Ttpfl Lakota Rangers. The scores at the half. Phoenix 0, Ttpfl Rangers 0. We're going to the break. We'll have more action when we come back.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events, and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Welcome back as we get ready for second of action here, live from the Otto Bolden Stadium as it's Ttpfl Rangers. They are in white, black and red. They're up against the Phoenix team who are in red. The scores at the half, Phoenix nil, Lakota Rangers nil. The referee, Mr. Jordan Cox, just ensuring that all is in place. So it's going to be Phoenix. They'll be kicking from right to left on your screens. Standing over the ball, showing Lovell. Of course, this Phoenix team, the pride of Tobago, based in the Bonaccord area, founded by Terry Williams. He's kept things alive for numerous seasons. They won the second tier in the first time of action, and then were promoted the next year as the league tried to balance off their numbers, going from 11 initially in the top tier to 12. But it's overhit, it goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Phoenix team. So Phoenix came up last season, a top 6 finish. This season, they were very ambitious starting off. They've had more than one challenge. Of course, finance always an issue, but greater than that, their financial situation was not helped, having to play all of their 20 plus games in Trinidad. No home games for them. They've had to travel on every occasion, 19 league games and one cup game. It hasn't been easy for these boys from Tobago, but they've stood tall. They've gotten some results. They've fought more often than not. There's a shot deflected out, and it's going to be a corner. So Harry there with a bit of a snapshot. So he forces the first corner of the second half for his team. And he's going to be taking this corner for himself. With the right boot, it's going to be curling in. Curls it in. Just headed clear. Falls to Caesar. He went for the spectacular. The last time he got one falling likewise, it was the dagger in the heart of Jablote. No socks lock this time. He tried to get the same purchase, but was unable to direct it on target. And that ball just going out of play. Trying to combine there was St. Rose and Celestine. So it's going to be a throw-in. Phoenix headed on. Tevin Caesar finds the ever-present Corey Carrington. Ball trying to play it in behind Weeks, but Weeks does well. And Williams up against Weeks, but Weeks up against Carrington. Sorry, Carrington winning out that time. Or Weeks goes back to Wiley. Wiley all the way back to his keeper Devonish. Devonish across to the skipper Jesus Perez. Charging forward there would have been Hernandez. The ball played into Sunderland. He's been barged over by Bristol. Perez. Weeks. Wiley. Hutchinson. Good touch. Finds or skips past one challenge. Perez. First time ball to Hernandez. Celestin. He's got 3 to aim at. Still not putting the ball across. And running into problems there. And Cox just clears it away. So he had 3 to aim at there. Would have been... So Rangers are maintaining possession here. They're having a good spell here. That's a good turn there by Williams on Carrington. Getting the better of the ever-present Corey Carrington. And this one is cleared out. It's going to be a corner. So this was Celestin who just ran himself into problems earlier on. It's going to be Sunderland to take this one. He's going to be taking this with the right boot. Ball whipped across. Cleared up. And out. Weeks to take the throw in. Sunderland with a good turn. Ball played upfield. Weeks. Williams. Or back to Williams. Weeks. Good movement here by Weeks. Crossfield. Find Hernandez, who finds Celestin, but they lose out, and Bristol just clears this one out. Davidson losing out. Falls to St. Rose, but he gives it away cheaply, really. Lovell, he's not been in a lot of the action this second half, but a good turn by him. Burnett goes back to Corey Carrington. Carrington finding Kevin Caesar, who finds Davidson. Cassidy Davidson. He's brought down by Williams, Ricardo Williams. Kevin Caesar. Ball played over the top. It's fall to Harry. Harry floats it across. Headed back. Allen. Bristol with the ball in. Harry chases up. Ball not cleared. Lovell trying to tee things up, but he loses out. St. Rose against Williams. He just trying to play the ball forward to Sunderland, but making a good recovery run was Tevin Caesar. Losing out is Hernandez here. But the ball a bit too early and a bit too straight. Straight into the arms of a goalkeeper. Devonish, who bowls it out to Weeks. Wiley. So Rangers having loads of possession, but not in dangerous areas. And when they do get it into the final third, the quality of the pass has not been of the very best quality. But here has come Celestin. He's been running at them all day long. St. Rose, he has 3 to aim at, but he goes for the far corner. And the flush is over. So St. Rose there. Again, he had 3 white jerseys in the area. Look at it. He cut back. There were 3 men to aim at. He decided to go for the top corner, and it just flashed wide. Ball comes across to Jesus Perez. Trying to get to Williams, but cut out by Carrington. And Corey Carrington on the overlap. Skips past the challenge of Wiley. Ball across. Just a bit too high. Oh. Finding Ricardo Williams, who finds Akido Weeks. The hand in the back. There by Williams. Referee Cox right on spot. Blows for the infringement. Ball played over the top. Cleared out there by Cox, the Emmanuel Cox. And that ball just cleared out. And the coach showing good touches there, Nigel D'Souza. So driving forward here. Ball played is onside. Sunderland. But it's cut out there by Carrington. And able to come forward is Phoenix. Weeks. Harry. Ball floated over the top. But it's a bit too straight and into the arms of goalkeeper Devonish. Ball played wider, but it goes into the hands of a goalkeeper, Carrington. He just puts it down for Bristol. Bristol plays it forward. Phoenix easily handled there by Perez. Weeks. St. Rose. Strong tackle there by Williams. Able to win out. And Davidson is able to drive forward here. Stops and goes back, finding Caesar, who goes all the way back to his captain. The 2 centre backs just exchanging passes. Ball floated over the top. Ball whipped across. Bristol does enough. Corey Carrington. CC. Just running out of CCs there. If he was an engine. Ball played wider. But it's not kept in play, and it's going to be throwing for Phoenix. So it's going to be a throw. Taking his time to take it, Emmanuel Cox. Finally just throws it into Bristol. Bristol brings it across to Williams. Williams finding Corey Carrington. Carrington. But Weeks able to win out. Goes back to Wiley. A collision between Weeks and Harry, and the physios of both teams jogs on. Two female physios. So good to see the ladies. So happy Mother's Day to them. So they just ensuring that everything is okay with these two. So it's going to be Perez. So Perez just putting that ball long short. So the second half, although the Phoenix team have started, the Rangers team have started well. They've gotten good possession, some good areas, cleared out. Hutchinson finding Weeks. He's up from the collision. Sunderland. A misplaced pass here. This could be dangerous. Alain peeling away was Lovell, but quickly off his line is goalkeeper Devonish. And he goes nearest touch. Safety first. So it's going to be a throw-in to take it Emmanuel Cox. He goes back to big Jeremiah Bristol. Finds Williams. Williams just moving that ball forward. So the Phoenix team from Bonaccord. Well, the Rangers team, their name says it all. The La Hokata Turbinex Rangers. Formerly, they were St. Anne's Rangers, owned by one Richard Thackeray. Before his passing, he sold it to another Richard, this time Richard Ferguson. So one Richard F to another Richard F. But it was Thackeray to Ferguson. And Ferguson has totally transformed the Rangers brand, moving to the La Hokata Recreation Ground, doing a lot of infrastructural works. Add to that is working, attracting sponsors, Ascension and Terminex. The team blossomed from the table proppers in the Ttpfl League to a team with title aspirations in the new advent of pro football. But after a couple seasons with no results, at least not the result that they would have hoped for the investment spent, they've gone to the youngsters this season, an experiment that hasn't worked for them. Lovell trying to ensure that things works for the Phoenix team. And it's just cleared up field here by Hernandez. He's going to stay in play. It does. Bristol. Caesar. Cheeky pass there, but it's kept alive. Carrington. Nice interpassing, but then a heavy pass and it goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. So with just about 65 minutes gone, 25 more minutes left in this one. Both teams are trying to find a decider. Points at premium here. Ball played forward. Bit of a high boot. Davidson. Exchanging a triangle of passes. Davidson with a shot. Just over the bar. So it was Davidson. They had the ball falling kindly to him. He went with his left boot, but it was just skied. Ball pumped downfield. Has he kept this one in play? Williams up against, getting the better of Corey Carrington. And then his skipper Williams just coming on screening things out. It's going to be a goal kick. As the Prisons team, they come out to warm. They'll have the nightcap. They'll be up against AC Porter Spain. Ball threaded through. Celestine. Cleared out. Davidson. Hutchinson. And it's just ushered out. And Harry just leaving it there for Corey Carrington. Under instruction from his teammates. He goes back to Williams. Williams to Tevin Caesar. Caesar to Davidson. Referee says that's a legal challenge. Williams trying to thread the needle. Ricardo Williams not on the same page was St. Rose. Ball aimed at Lovell. He's unable to get any real power behind that header. And Hutchinson just bundled over there by Burnett. Weeks. Wiley. Bit of a heavy pass, but it's all well that ends well. Devonish putting it across to Wiley. Wiley finding that was Williams and Corey Carrington coming out the worst for wears. Burnett just taking out Hutchinson as the Phoenix team look to make a substitution and looking to come out of the game is the number 16 Emmanuel Cox. And he's been replaced. Seeing something that you wouldn't normally see. Nicholas Alfred, the two players exchanging shin pads. Looking to make a substitution as well is the Rangers team. Ball played through, aimed at St. Rose. He heads it down. Williams loses out. Bit of a heavy touch there by Harry. He loses out. And forward comes Rangers. Celestin cutting inside. Celestin finding St. Rose. Back to Celestin. Straight into the arms of goalkeeper Carrington there. St. Rose finding Celestin. Celestin, credit to him, was able to get off a shot, but it was straight into the arms of goalkeeper Carrington. So they're just knocking this ball around, really taking the time with it. Ball goes all the way through and into the hands of goalkeeper Devonish, who just rolls this one forward, finding Hernandez. Celestin always willing to go for a run. Bit of a heavy touch there by Williams. Weeks. Oh, loses out. Strong tackle by. Oh, he's not even making eye contact with the referee. It doesn't stop him from getting the yellow card. And in the meantime, there's going to be a substitution. And it seems like it's going to be the end of the night for none other than Ricardo Williams. He's going to be making his leave and coming on as we see the challenge there by all. Needless challenge. But on comes Cook. Roger Cook. And he replaces Ricardo Williams. So Phoenix trying to get a go-ahead goal here. This game definitely needs a goal. Something to wake it up. Hernandez finding Sunderland. Celestin bursting into the area. Malachi Celestin. But in the end, it's a team effort. It's been the repeat of the commentary thus far. Williams aimed at Lovell. And it's going to be a free kick. So it's going to be a free kick here. Standing over it is O. Caesar. Lovell. And it's just cleared out easily. But it falls to Lovell. Showing Lovell. He's gotten a couple of goals after the carnival break. But he's just not been able to carry on. As my quality control normally tells me, consistency is the key. And we need to be consistent here. Lovell just not consistent in delivering the goods for the Phoenix team. Davidson finding Burnett. So they're just maintaining possession now. Williams. Lovell. That's a good ball out wider. Alfred. Burnett. Ball goes out of play. And in the meantime, quickly taking the throw. Phoenix were looking to make some substitution. Ball play through, but Bristol does well. Carrington with a bit of a heavy touch, but he's able to clear out. Wiley takes it down skillfully on the chest. Finds Akido Weeks. Weeks goes back to Wiley. Cameron Wiley. And he finds Perez. Hutchinson. Hutchinson back in possession. Goes back to his captain, Perez. Perez has graduated now to a veteran. Would have been part of the 2015 under 20 Caribbean champions. A team that included the likes of Kadeem Corbin, Ike Andrews, Levi Garcia. Davidson. Harry. Without much shot, not much power in the shot. A weak shot there. Easily handled by the keeper. You would expect Harry to do a whole lot better than this. And it was a weak shot in the end. In the meantime, 2 substitutions have been made. And Matthews comes on. Off goes Burnett. As well as Leandro Williams comes on. And off comes the number 20, that's Alain. So Alain comes off. And Leandro Williams comes on. So they're going for more firepower here. Weeks burst past the challenge of Lovell. Treads it through. And a snapshot there by Keyshawn Sidrose. Just pushed around the corner there by Carrington. It was a good run here by Weeks. Blowing past the challenge of Lovell. And Keyshawn Sidrose trying to put that one into the near post, but it's pushed around the corner by an alert Carrington. And it's going to be Roger Kirk to take this one. Whips it across. Headed clear by Tevin Caesar. It's brought down. Carrington able to keep it in play. And it comes off of Carrington, so it's going to be a throwing for the Rangers team. Just about 10 more minutes, plus whatever time would be added on to be played in this one. Remember, you're watching Ttpfl Tier 1 action live right here from the Otterbolden Stadium. It's Rangers are there in white and black. They're up against the Phoenix of Tobago. They are in red. Showing a bit of a cap there is Sunderland. Trying to do too much. Ball kept in play. But he's offside. And in the end, it's gone out for a goal kick. Remember to like, subscribe, and share to Wave TV as we bring you all things sport. There's some cricket. Yes, cricket, glorious cricket coming up. You can also expect to see some volleyball in the not too distant future. Keep your television, phones, and devices peeled on Wave TV, as we also intend to have some basketball coming up. So lots of action. And then for the summer, you can expect some boxing action. Live boxing action from Simeon Road, Pity Valley. As they're going to have a heavyweight fight there between Ryan Cummins and an unnamed challenger from Guyana. That one promises to be a cracker. So if you love a local or regional sport, remember to like, subscribe, and share. It's so important for us to get those likes up. A shot there from distance. Charge down. A bit of a heavy touch. Davidson, oh, it's into the side netting. Cassidy Davidson there with a shot that had everyone in the stands up. It was a brilliant turn. A snapshot. Keeper was full stretch to his right. But it was only the side netting. Fool's goal. So it's beginning to heat up here in these last closing moments. Both teams are going for the kill. Going for that knockout punch. Leandro Williams trying to connect with Lovell. Captain has gone into the midfield area. That's Williams. Javon Williams. Not got much power behind that one. And it's bowled out to Celestin. He's up against Alfred. Ball going out of play there, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Rangers team. Thrown in quickly. It's given away. But they're able to come back. Almost a comedy of errors. Ball still not cleared. And there the infringement. Call for the infringement. Trevin Caesar pleading his innocence. So it was almost a comedy of errors there. As one thing led to another. So this is what almost took place here. And then it fell to a Rangers player. Tevin Caesar committed the infringement. He thought he did not. The referee had other thoughts. But it's going to be a free kick. Sunderland, as well as Jesus Perez, stands over this one. Sunderland is bangs it off the wall. Perez, again the wall does its job. The wall of Jericho. As the ball comes off of the Rangers player, and it's going to be Phoenix ball. Strong tackles by Perez. St. Rose. Sunderland. St. Rose. Hernandez. Ball across. And the ball headed wide there. It was an open shot, open header there, free header. Could have done a whole lot better. Didn't get any power behind it. Look at it there again. Didn't get any power, no direction. In the end, a team effort. Ball falling here. Carrington going back to Bristol. Bristol back to his keeper. Banged upfield. Headed on by Williams. Perez able to win out. Ball played wider here. Ball goes out of play. Ball played forward. And they go back to the keeper. Devonish playing dangerously, they're living here. This one is banged crossfield. Good defensive header there by Alfred into the arms of his goalkeeper Carrington. Carrington bowls it short to Bristol. Bristol bangs it forward. He was looking to get Williams going. That's Leandro Williams. And Bristol will get himself booked as St. Rose goes down in a heap. And Jeremiah Bristol finds himself in the referee's book. Yeah, the ball had already gone late. So will this be the opportunity that the Rangers team have been asking for all game long? Not much more time left in this one. But if you're Phoenix and you're giving away these type of infringement in and around the penalty box, one must go in. You would think the rule of the law of averages would say that one must gets past the wall and on target. Perez, the wall does its job again, and this time this one gets past the wall, but tamely, as keeper Carrington is able to bowl it out. Davidson cutting inside, going for a bit of a run, finds the overlapping Alfred. Alfred back to Davidson, heavy touch, and this can be dangerous. Celestin, it's 3 versus 3. Finds Kishon St. Rose. Sunderland. Oh. And it's charged down. Easily charged down, and in the end the keeper able to get possession. Leandro giving away the possession easily here. And then the favor repaid. Bristol aimed at Lovell, but Perez is there first, heads back to his goalkeeper Devonish, who finds Wiley bringing it forward. Cook Henry. Sorry, Roger Cook. Ball just going out of play. So it's feverish now. Not much more time left in this one. A goal here will be a winner. Hernandez, he's in the area, he pulls it back. Well, just clearing it out there is Matthews. Keyshawn St. Rose not happy with himself there. So again, we want to wish all the mothers a pleasant Mother's Day as the day comes to an end. All the mothers who have supported us. Special Mother's Day to Sharon O'Brien, as well as Julia Batiste. Two ladies who have mothered not only their own personal children, but the football of Trinidad and Tobago for quite a while at different levels. And going down and staying down seems to be Burnett who's gone down. In fact, it's Harry. A bit of cramp. It's going to be a bum ball because he just went down under cramp. So as this one begins to wind down here at the Otto Bolden Stadium, as round number 19 comes to an end. Just one more game in the wrong and left. It's going to be the AC Port of Spain team, the dethroned champions, last season champions. They're up against Prisons. In the area, he's gone down a loud call. Ball banged up field. Sunderland is up against Matthews. And they go all the way back. Weeks. Perez finding Wiley. Wiley wide to Hernandez. Hernandez bounding forward. Celestin. St. Rose. Celestin. Cut out only as far as Hernandez. Hernandez skips past one challenge. Ball across. It's over. Falls to Sunderland. Charge down. Finally, it's cleared. And that's the final whistle. So at the final whistle, these two teams could not be separated. It's Rangers 0, Phoenix 0. We're going to the break. When we come back, we'll have more action as a Prison come up against AC Port of Spain. Don't go anywhere. There's more action right after the break.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Welcome back as we get ready for the nightcap. It's Prisons FC in green. They're up against AC Port of Spain in yellow. As it's going to be Prisons FC up on the touch. We have the starting lineups for Prisons in goal. Khalid Oliver, number 30. Number 22, Perry Paris. Number 6, Salim Henry. Number 13, Levin Calabero. Number 15, Cian Thomas. Number 16, Jeremiah Vidal. Number 17, Antonio Ogis. Number 18 is Osei Clark. Number 23, the exciting Brandon Figueroa. Number 24, Kareem Isman. And rounding off the starting lineups for the Prisons team is Josiah King. For the Athletic Club of Port of Spain, we've got in goal the big man, Marvin Phillip. The number 2 is going to be Brendan Semper. So Brendan Semper, number 2. Number 8, there's an infringement. Number 8, Nathaniel Garcia. Number 11, Haley Beckles. Number 22, Robert Primus. Number 13, Maurice Ford. Number 12, the versatile Liam Burns. Number 18, Anthony Simple Charles. Number 20, Leston Paul. Number 30 is Michael Shaves, and rounding off the starting lineups is the man on the ball, Josiah Wilson. So, the AC Port of Spain team, they're kicking from right to left on your screens. There's a searching ball. It was trying to get highly going. Picking up the pieces, there was Nathaniel Garcia. As they're able to run forward with it. And bursting forward, leaving the back was Cian Thomas. He'd have to go back as Eastman goes back to his keeper Oliver. Kareem Eastman. That ball just coming off of Beckles and goes out for a throw-in. So the AC Port of Spain team with a chance to get to the CFU positions. Look at the standings. As you can see, AC Port of Spain, they are there just on 30 points, trying to get to 36, get ahead of the miscellaneous police team. So with 4 games including this one, they'll try to get 3 points tonight and hope that the results the end of the way, the rest of the way goes their way. Ball banged forward, aimed at Michael Shaves, but coming on the edge of his box and picking up is Oliver. Oliver bowls it to Cian Thomas. Thomas, former AC Port of Spain man. He would love to pull one over them here tonight. Banged forward. Headed down by Ford, and then it's Paul exchanging passes there with Charles. Charles going back to Leston Paul. Nathaniel Spanish Garcia. He's on the ball again, the brother of Levi Garcia. Leston Paul, a 2 World Cup captain. He captained the Trinidad and Tobago under 17 team to a World Cup in Korea. That's in 2007. He repeated the feat at the under 20 level, going to Egypt in the 2009. That's a long time ago now. Ball floated over, finds Williams. Williams is a good touch. Ball flashing across, headed clear. Jeremiah Vidal. Vidal just ushered off the ball there by Paul. Paul finds Shaves, the former Fatima College man. So it was a St. Anthony's man, Paul, combining with the Fatima College man. Eastman going back as they go all the way back to Oliver. Oliver, the man from Malabar, finding Perry Paris. Perry Paris moving the ball forward. Coming and picking it up in the pocket is Vidal, but he decides to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. So this encounter starting pretty quickly. Thomas, Perry Paris. Perry Paris aimed to no one in particular, and it's just been headed back there by Maurice Fred Ford. And Nathaniel Garcia. That's a good ball. Wilson still. Ball across. Diving save there by Thomas. Ball. So it was a Wilson telling around here by Wilson. Played it across, but Cian Thomas was taking no chances. And then that ball just put out a play there by Wilson as he skipped off for that challenge. So it's going to be a throw-in third the Prisons team. So this one has started quickly. A bright start as all to play for the AC Port of Spain team, trying to get to CFU once again. Ball played through Wilson. He's gone past the wrong keeper and shaves, but he's offside. And we'll have another look at it there. Wilson should have put it into the back of the net. No, he's not offside. The ball was square. Look at it again. They definitely got it wrong. Look at the ball. It's a true ball. He's onside, but this is a ball played square. In fact, there's 2 players behind the ball there at that point because the defender had gone behind the keeper. So it's a mistake that is there for all to see. The power of the camera. I guess we'll have one more look at it here as the play continues. But as we look at this play, he puts the ball square. At this point, it's a square ball. It's not a ball played forward. Shays would have run from an onside position at this point. Well, it's there for all to decide. They've gotten a couple of looks at it. In the end, though, the only person whose opinion matters is the man in the center. He was assisted by the referee on the far side. So the Prisons team in possession. King goes back to Thomas, who finds Eastman out wider. Ball played forward. It's Henry who was trying to put on the big screen. A bit of controversy of who ball it was. In the end, it's settled by the referee. He says it's Prison's ball. There's a heavy tackle. A lot of complaints there as the player has stayed down. He's not gotten up just yet. So we'll have a look at the infringement here. What was thrown in? I think he called the foul earlier, and then Figueroa would have just clipped the AC Porter Spain player. So the physio comes on and ensure that all is well. So he stayed down, just receiving some treatment before official, the very experienced Cecil Hines. And it's Beckles who's finally up, ready to go. Ball floated across. Headed, just pushed over. Perry Paris with the header. Big Marvin Phillip showing that he's still got all his reflexes in. It was floated in at the far post. Perry with the header. Marvin Phillip just pushing it over the top of the crossbar. So Prisons trying to at least eke one pass. Marvin Phillip. Ball whipped across. Phillip comes bravely, claims. And then he bowls it out. Aimed at Wilson. Wilson has Figueroa for company. Still Josiah Wilson finds Beckles. Ball whipped across. And it's just going out of play. So it's going to be a throw in here. Thrown in there by Perry Paris. It was aimed at Vidal. In fact, that was not Perry Paris, but it's Charles who took that throw in. Hussein Charles. Hussein Clark, sorry. So the ball just goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick here for the Prisons team. So if you're just joining us, you're watching Ttpfl action right here on Wave TV. It's the final game of round number 19. It's AC Port of Spain up against Prisons. Sion Thomas plays this ball in. Heavy touch by that's Ogis, Antonio Ogis. And goes back to that's Ford and across Garcia finding Simple Burns. Heidi Beckles just flashing that one over. A snapshot there. So it's gonna be goal kick for the Prisons team. Again, no ball attendance. But they go short here to Sion Thomas. Thomas floats this one over. Just ushered out there by Leston Paul. Paul just leaves it for Burns. The versatile Burns. He throws it in to Robert Primus. Primus finding Semper. Losing control there to Figueroa. But Primus winning out. Daniel Garcia going back to his keeper, Marvin Phillip. Marvin Phillip would have also played in an under 17 World Cup, hosted right here in Trinidad and Tobago. This stadium would have been built for it. So his national career would have been as long as this stadium. 2001 under 17 World Cup, hosted right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Beckles losing out. Thomas plays it forward. Henry waits for support and goes back to Eastman. Eastman goes back to his keeper, Oliver. Opening his face. He has Perry Paris. Banging this one forward. Brendan Figueroa. That's some good work there, but it falls at a heavy touch there by Vidal, but he's able to recover. Jeremiah Vidal. Still Vidal the shot. Easily handled there by Marvin Phillip. And he rolls it out to Garcia. Garcia with loads of room and time. Bounding up the right side, finds Beckles. Beckles, a former St. Anthony's College man. He's gone to the heart of the defense. He's been chopped down. And he's got the referee is going to dip into his top pocket and books someone. Beckles is gone down. It's going to be a free kick in a very important position. As we see, he was sandwiched out there, running at the heart of the defense. Quick burst of change of speed, but he's back up, limps away. But from this area, it's very dangerous. As they've got a number of players who can hit from this sort of distance. If you're looking for power, you've got Nathaniel Garcia. If you're looking for finesse, Brendan Semper can go up and over. Let's look at what the options are. Semper. Ball fall, it's drop free. And Burns, the first man to react. The ball was struck into the wall. It was not saved convincingly. As we have a look at it here again, it was Semper. As AC Porter Spain lead, the keeper, he was put off a bit by Beckles, but it dropped to the man of the moment. It was Burns. He was a man on the spot, and he just tapped it into the open net and gave AC Porter Spain the lead. So AC Porter Spain leads through a goal from Liam Burns, the utility man. He puts them up. Prisons looking to get back into this one. It's a brilliant ball, Figueroa. But Semper able to win out. A bit of a heavy touch, but he's able to recover. Garcia tries to thread it through, but it's broken up by Carabola. Caballo, sorry. Ball plays forward. Goes into the hands of goalkeeper Marvin Phillip, who starts it out wide at Burns. Burns, the goal scorer, just bringing it forward. Very versatile player. He's played every position, I think, for this AC Porter Spain, besides out forward or the keeper. But he's played box to box. He's played full back, centre back, wing back. He's played wide on the right, wide on the left. This ball banged wider. He's just straight into the offside position there, Josiah Wilson. So you're seeing the plan from the AC Porter Spain team. As this is the goal. You'll see Healy Beckles just jumping in front of the keeper. The ball just bouncing off the keeper, fell to Burns, and Burns just tapped it into the open goal to put his team up 1-0 the Athletic Club of Port of Spain. Garcia. Paul with a bit of a heavy touch. Played over. Perry clears. Falls to Beckles. Beckles always willing to go for a run. Ball across Shaves into the back of the net. Michael Shaves right on spot, and he doubles the advantage. The AC Porter Spain train is rolling. Look at it again. It was Beckles. He froze Eastman and just played it on a platter. A well-timed run by Shaves, and he just opened the face of his body and guided it past goalkeeper Oliver. As AC Porter Spain, they lead 2-0. So with just about 22 minutes gone, the AC Porter Spain pointed on here. Of course, if things get really close for the CFU positions, you may just have to count the goals. Goal difference may come into play. So they're hunting the Prisons team. They came out quick, but the quality of the AC Porter Spain team just beginning to show through here. As Brandon Semper goes back to Robert Primus. Primus finding Leston Paul. Back to Semper. Semper finding Ford. Ford finding Anthony Simple Charles. So AC Port of Spain keeping things simple at this point. Following the KISS model. Keep it simple. In modern times they say keep it superly simple. In our times they say keep it simple. The law says I'll leave it out. You could add it. The Prisons team though trying to find their way back, but it's AC Port Spain who has possession. Primus, Wilson, Semper, Paul, Wilson, he loses out. Caballo losing out as well, and Charles raking pass finds Beckles. Beckles 1-on-1, turning inside. Charles, Semper, looking for movement. Semper, shot from distance, just push over. So AC Port of Spain coming for more here. As it was the ball rolled across, and Nathaniel Garcia with the shot just pushed wide there by Oliver. So it's gonna be a corner. Josiah Wilson to take this with the left boot. Is going to be curling in loads of aerial power. When you talk about Robert Primus, Maurice Ford, look no further. Ball across. Pushing in the area. Referee just blowing the whistle. Signaling that there was some pushing in the area. So it's Prisons team here trying to get themselves back into this one. Ball played forward, a good touch by Ogies. In fact, it's gone out of play. Primus finding Semper. Ford. Not keeping it in play there. The ball just going out of play, so it's going to be a throwing for the boys in green today. That's the Prisons team. Prisons have had their difficulties in terms of recruiting and in being able to hold on to their players. They had Wesley John in the first round. Also Garcia, Froggy Garcia, Froggy Garcia. But these quality players would have looked elsewhere. Ball thrown in. Eddie Beckers going back to Burns. Burns finding that's Garcia. Nice triangle there. Maintaining good possession, the AC Port of Spain team. Ball all the way across. Semper finding Wilson. And that was just going out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be a throw in here. And Primus finding Charles. Charles to Burns. Burns playing this one over. Beckles driven across. Comes off the upright. The bar. And it's going to be a corner. The referee assistant on the far side saying that it would have gone out of play. It was in the air for eternity. It was Beckles here again. The defensive header from Cian Thomas. And the ball deemed to have crossed the line. Ball floated across. Floated back in. Nathaniel Garcia. Anthony Charles trying to go corner flag with it, but it's a bit too far forward. It goes out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Prisons team. So if you're just joining us and wondering what's on your screen, well, it's Ttpfl Tier 1 action. It's the final match of round number 19 as they look to get to 22. And it's AC Port of Spain. They lead 2-0. They got the goals from the boot of Liam Burns and the impressive youngster Michael Shaves adding a second. So they lead 2-0 here. Just about half hour gone. Shot from distance. But it's just charged down. Ball goes out, so it's going to be another corner. So there's been no letter by the AC Port of Spain team. Ball whipped across. Cleared. Vidal trying to reverse the pass, but Semper able to win out. King, he's been taken out. No call by the referee. Amazing that there was no call there. As AC Port of Spain maintaining possession here, but winning out is Ogis. Another iffy call. Figueroa playing well in tight spaces. Vidal goes back to Perry Paris, who finds Thomas, Cian Thomas. And there's just one out there by Maurice Ford. Shaves finds Wilson. Just flashing wide. So we're going to go back to the earlier infringement that was not called. Look at that tackle. One more time. The player was running with the ball, taking out. The ball was nowhere near the play. No call by the referee. he's best positioned. So it's going to be another goal kick here for the Prisons team. As the goalkeeper Oliver goes short to Perry that is. And he bangs this one forward, trying to get Vidal going, but it's a good defensive header there by Robert Primus. Eastman finds Thomas, Sion Thomas. Thomas with an ambitious drive. You're not going to beat Marvin Phillip from there. Ambitious drive is the best way to describe that. So Prisons there throwing the Hail Marys now. As we talk about Hail Marys recently, the Pontiff had a new Pope selected. Congratulations to him and to all those of that faith. Pope Leo the 11th, I think it is. Burns, he's already scored for this afternoon. That ball wider. Falls to Wilson. Wilson with a shot. Whistling just wide. So Wilson, it was a beautiful ball out. Picked it up and had a go at Eastman. And he just flashed wider. So the AC Port of Spain team, they're coming for more. Remember, goal difference could be very important if they're able to catch the third place team. It's all to play for from 1 to just about 5. Well, sorry, from 3 to 5. Everyone trying to get that coveted CFU position. Oliver. Semper in the crowd, get able to win that header. Ball played forward. And Figueroa is offside. Just signal offside there by the referee assistant on the near side. So Primus with the restart. Ball banged forward. Aimed at Shaves. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. We know that he's in the Otto Bolen Stadium, but he would have to be as fast as Otto Bolen was to get that one. See, there seemed to be a hint of offside. Camera there didn't help much. Primus going back to his keeper, Phillip. Marvin Phillip. Just last week, sorry, was given a plaque, #1 plaque, commemorative plaque by the Ttpfl for his yeoman service to Trinidad and Tobago's football. Beckles, still Beckles. Beckles! Not able to keep it down. He did all the hard work, the 9 yards, good turn, blows past 1, 2, open things up with the third, and then flashes over, not bothering the keeper. I think the bats in the skies would have been more bothered than the keeper. So, as we just approached the 40-minute mark, AC Port of Spain comfortable 2-0 leaders thus far in this one. Couldn't be Oliver. He's already had to pick up the ball twice from the back of his net. Figueroa, the bad first touch. Semper. Good work by Semper, but it's broken up. Western Paul. She's finding Josiah Wilson wider. He's up against Eastman. He's shown that he's blown past Eastman on a number of occasions. Ball across. And Hailey Beckles was there to pick up the pieces. It's AC Port of Spain raining goals here. As first it was Wilson. A good ball from Shaves. From Shaves wider to Wilson. Wilson, he's had the number of Eastman all evening long. Blew past him and squared it back. Shaves with the first attempt. It fell kindly to Beckles and he slotted home to put up his team 3-0. So AC Port of Spain, they lead 3-0 here at the Otto Boldon Stadium. So Prison's all to do. They would not want to match the most goals for this weekend. So they'll not want to get to 5. But it's easily handled there by Oliver. Some gas in the stands as he seemed to have just misread it. But in the end, all wells at ends wells. Oliver. Paris. Finding Osei Clark. King. Caballo, giving it Caballo, and then Caballo across to Thomas, who finds Eastman. Nice spell of possession here. Henry. Eastman. King. And then it's given away cheaply. You're down 3-0. You're having a little spell of possession and then you give away the ball easily. And now you got to chase it. Ball played over the top. Oliver comes to the edge of his area, claims. King. It's a bit too straight. And goalkeeper Marvin Phillip is going to claim and just bowls it out, finds Beckles, the scorer of the third goal. He wants to go past Clark, but Clark does well. And decides to go back to Perry Paris. Paris to Thomas. Thomas looking for movement, bangs it forward, but just allowed it to drop and it goes easily into the hands of goalkeeper Marvin Phillip. Leston Paul. Of course, originally from the Miaro area, Leston Paul. Shaves off the upright. Eastman. Finally, he's able to clear it. Yeah, Michael Shaves with a shot. It's banged off the upright. Inches to the right. It would have been goal number 2 for him. Goal number 4 for his team. Gets his one across. Beckles! And he drags this one wide as well. So they have to repel this raid here by AC Port of Spain. It fell to Beckles. He was just unable to get his shot on target. Yes, the problem continues. We've been seeing it for about 3 weeks now. No ball attendance. We hope, of course, that it's going to be a problem that's going to be fixed in the not too distant future. Just 3 more match days after this one. King goes back to Oliver. King shakes off the challenge over Garcia. Is he onside? Ogie's string in an offside position. There we see the missed opportunity there by Beckles. Not much more time left in this one. Any moment now we'll see the assistant referee, the fourth official, putting up the number of minutes. It seems to be 1. Yes, as it's Cecil Hines just putting up that 1 minute would be added. Hailey Beckles doing well. Burns. Wilson. He's been a thorn in the side of the Prisons team. Henry. He's been a virtual spectator, passenger on this team thus far. Salim Henry. Burns. He scored the first goal to put his team up, 1-0. They scored twice after that. Semper floated and he's just in an offside position. So he will just straight into an offside position. And that's the final whistle that brings the end to the first half. So at the end of 45 minutes, it's AC Port of Spain. They lead comfortably 3-0. They got their first goal off the boot of Liam Burns. Then moments later, it was the impressive youngster Michael Shaves who was able to guide one home. And later on, Hailey Beckles getting a return favor from Shaves. He was able to put it past goalkeeper Oliver. So what they have is AC Port of Spain 3, Prisons 0. We'll have more after the break.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events, and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events, and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events, and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events, and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715-0696.
Dine in, take out for flavors that transport you. Indulged into our meats marinated in our secret spice blend and slow jerked to smoky perfection, bold, spicy, and utterly unforgettable. Dive into our local classics like steamed dumplings and provision, smoked herring or saltfish breakfast, hearty stews and coconut-infused sides. Only at the Jerk Bar, 38 Frederick Street, Port of Spain.
Welcome back to the Ttpfl Stadium as the prison team, they try to get some solutions here. We see it's Lezama who's going to be coming on, and off goes Ogis. So Ogis goes off and Lezama comes on. It's more than one substitution as on comes number 3 as well, and off goes 24. Oh, it's a long list of so on comes 5 and off goes Vidal. So they've rang the changes here as they try to find solutions in this one. Lezama has come on. That's Omari Lezama. So I'll get the exact changes for you. Remember, the AC Port of Spain team, they lead 3-0. So it's Anderson Gibson who's come on, as well as Aaron Peters. So Aaron Peters, Anderson Gibson. Vidal has gone off. That ball played through. Figueroa, he's up against Burns. Ford. Burns. And Burns just bangs this one off over Lezama. So it's going to be a throw. That's Omari Lezama. So they're trying to get solutions here. Answers. Gibson flicked over. The early ball cut out and then just banged upfield anywhere will do. So the fresh legs as well as fresh ideas being implemented here. And Hailey Beckles coming and winning that one, winning a free kick. So just about 45 minutes for the prisons to get themselves back into this one. Ford. Primus. Semper. That ball just going out of play. Looking to take a quick throw in there was Charles. Semper. Going on a bundle there was Charles. No call by the referee. That was Clark, Osei Clark heading out there. Ball thrown in. Semper cuts inside. And a bit too far forward. There's some good work there by Figueroa. Burns just winning out. Ball played over the top. Perry. Paris just claims one out. So it goes out. So it's going to be a throw-in for the Athletic Club of Port of Spain. Call. Ball just hitting the referee. Given back to the AC Port of Spain team. So AC Port of Spain, a team rebranded originally the Northeast Stars, but there was change of ownership and rebranded from Northeast Stars that represented the northeastern portion of Trinidad and Tobago. It was brought to Port of Spain and rebranded at the Athletic Club of Port of Spain. They've been very successful since then. They've won one of the Ttpfl titles in the two completed thus far. This one being the third edition, and in the other they came second. So they've always been to the CFU. This season, that just up for grabs. Oh. And Cian Thomas taking the nutmeg and just running into Beckles. The referee produces his card. So there you can see it. Beautiful ball through, and Beckles just nutmegging. Yeah, Thomas, and Thomas just barging into him. And the referee left without any option but to give him a card to call the foul and book him. So it's going to be Leston Paul who stands over this one. Goes short. Then that ball just going out. Oliver, young Oliver, playing short. St. Thomas. Forward. Just playing out. The Nelson Street resident. Former St. Augustine secondary schools man. Philip chested down. Thomas. Perry Paris finds Clark. He goes back to Perry Paris. Ball played forward. Figueroa. Henry. Shot from distance. In the area there. He had an opportunity, Aaron Peters, but he put it over. It fell kindly to him. He was just in the area. Didn't even bother the keeper. was just winning out here. Forward. That ball just comes off. So it's going to be AC Port of Spain ball. Ball goes all the way through. Ball played, it goes out. So Prisons winning out here. Lezama using the outside of the boot finds Peters. Peters finding Henry, not the best of touches. Ball banged out. So it's one out there by AC Port of Spain. Ball aimed at Garcia. It's broken up. Shaves picked up. Cuts inside. Ball just cut out. Bit of a football tennis. And then finally, Leston Paul able to control things. The fans just berating Leston Paul movements there. It's going to be a free kick. Raking free kick. But it's headed back into the arms of goalkeeper Oliver. Ball played forward. Aimed at Figueroa. Brendan Figueroa. It's a beautiful ball. Is he onside? No, he's just offside. Reverse pass, but he was just straight into an offside position. Ball played over. Paris. Oliver finding Thomas. Exchanging passes. As they go back to goalkeeper Oliver. Lizama trying to get Peters going. Garcia finds Leston Paul. Leston Paul, beautiful ball to Burns. Burns finding Beckles. Shaves. Unable to get Wilson going. Broken up here. Strong tackle. Beckles. He loses out. Gibson. There's an early ball aimed at Peters. But he's just pushed off the ball there. Peters pushing Semper off the ball. Ball goes out and it's going to be throwing for the Prisons team. So it's going to be a throw, and it's going to be Anderson Gibson to take it. Throws it in, finds, and then he just bangs it off of Lizama, his own player. Goes out, it's going to be a throw. Burns to take it. Cleared upfield. Ryder finds Wilson. Just saw Wilson going for a bit of a run. Referee just calling him for the infringement, and it's a quickly taken free kick by Prisons. King. Is he offside? He's definitely offside. Henry is run offside on a number of occasions, really. Doesn't seem to know where the line is. They go back to Ford. Ford with a raking pass. Good defensive header there. Exchanging passes. Peters aimed at Henry. King. Figueroa. Gibson. Burns. Figueroa. Finding Levin Caballo. Prisons, that's a good raking pass. And a heavy touch there by Peters. So the substitutions are coming fast and furious. 2 being made here by the AC Port of Spain team. Shaves is going to be making way. So Kiza is going to, Ezekiel Kiza is making his way on. He's going to replace Anthony Charles. Shaves also gives way. And he's been replaced by the number 32. 32 is Aaron Raymond. So Aaron Raymond comes on. They go back to Oliver. We're finding Thomas. Thomas back to Oliver. Oliver bangs this one forward, trying to get to the overlapping Clark. Some good defensive work there by Semper. Banging it off the body of the overlapping Clark. So the early energy in the second half by the Prisons team has now subsided, and it's now more of the same as the AC Port of Spain team seems to be in cruise control. Already counting these points in the bag, looking forward to the next game. They have a big game on Wednesday in the First Citizens Cup. It's AC Port of Spain playing defense for us. A game worthy of a final. Sorry to see it played so early in the wrongs here. In the wrong of 16. That's the way of knockout football, cup football. Desama. Perry Paris. Lezama. Got it all the way across. Finds Cian Thomas. Ball chested down. Brenda Lezama. It's up against Iran. Women. So it's going to be King. Go across. Banged forward. Loses out. Raymond. He's onside. He has Wilson across. Oh! And it was deflected out there by Gibson. Poor decision making there by young Aaron Raymond. First it was Gibson trying to do too much, and then this ball played through much too early and not in the right position, and it goes out for a corner. So it's going to be a corner to the AC Port of Spain team. Going to be taken with the left boot. Ball curling with the left boot. But the referee calling for some pushing in the area. Robert Primus. So Robert Primus finds himself in the referee's book. So Prisons trying to get back into this one. Bit of a short pass. Banged upfield. Robert Primus will do well not to try to accumulate yellow cards in this part of the season. Remember, it's the running to the finish here. Your team needs you as they try to get the CFU position. Ball thrown in. Semper. Still going to be AC Porter Spain throw. Ball thrown in. Thomas. Ball played through. Elijah Kite. And Keys pulls it wide. Ezekiel Keys. Ball pushed through. Good touch. But he was just dragging it wide. Of course, his father recently appointed recently elected first to be a member of parliament and appointed, I think, to be the minister in the Ministry of Energy. Ezekiel Keys. Kiza. Is he onside? Flag has stayed on King. King with the early ball. It's come across to Peters. Peters into the hands of goalkeeper Marvin Phillip. So another substitution seems to be being keyed up on the AC Porter Spain bench. Ball falls to Raymond. Young Raymond with the early ball across. Comes all the way across to Wilson. Wilson with a shot. It's just pushed over, so it's going to be a corner. So there it was. Raymond did well finding Wilson. Wilson should have hit the target, but it was going up and over, you would think, and he just pushed it over. He made sure, made certain. So it's going to be a corner. Whipped across by Wilson. And highly Beckles at the far post. He was all alone. He banged it home one time. And AC Porter Spain, they're up to 4. They're leading 4-0 here. Look at it. Well finished through the legs of goalkeeper Oliver. And Beckles gets a brace. Ramdin looking to enter. It was hanged up at the far post, and Beckles was all alone, unchallenged. And that's his final play for the half, as he's going to be substituted. So Ramdin replaces Beckles. Mark Ramdin, the man from South, replaces Beckles. So AC Porter Spain, game, set, and match with just about 19 minutes left in this one, plus whatever time would be added on. They lead comfortably. And Gibson just being a bit too overzealous. Go all the way back to Marvin Phillip. Ball floated over the top. Headed down. Bit of a heavy touch. Ramdin. Strong tackle there by Gibson, Anderson Gibson. Puts it out. It's going to be a throw-in. Ramdin. Burns goes back to Ford. Ford going all the way back. Sees keeper Phillip. Phillip to Primus. Some good turn there by Kiza. Ball going out of play. Ball cleared up field. Going back calmly to Marvin Phillip. He finds Raymond, who heads on. Burn. And calmly cooling things down. Caraballo has disappeared in the middle of the park for Prisons. Perry Paris. Ball just bang forward to no one in particular. And Marvin Phillip is going to take his cool time. They're leading 4-0. He's in no hurry to hold the ball or play it. And then finally he decides to take it up. Taking all the sting out of this game. Goes short to Ford. Burns. The experienced East Port of Spain team just allowing Prisons to chase the ball here. Not afraid to go back to the keeper to keep the ball in tight spaces. Figueroa. Lizama aimed at Figueroa, but it goes into the hands of goalkeeper Marvin Phillip. He bowls it out to Paul. Paul just being dragged there. Mark Ramdin. Wilson goes back to Semper. Ramdin. Wilson. Aimed at Kiza, but he's unable to get his head to it. Raymond rolls it across. Kiza! Good defensive tackle there. Raymond did do very well there to get that one across. So the ball came across. Raymond picked it up. And then he cut inside. Kiza got past the first defender, but then it was just charged down. The resulting corner not being cleared here. Ball back across. And then it's just flashed over there by young Aaron Raymond. 2 more substitutions about to be made. More quality being applied here. Ball banged upfield. Williams. Figueroa. King. He can shoot the ball. That's not a good display of that. Flashing wide. So it's Nathan Lewis. And guess who? It's the number 29 coming on. Atula Guerra. The man who bowed down to Leonardo Messi in when Trinidad and Tobago played Argentina way back in 2014, sorry. And off comes Leston Paul as well as Josiah Wilson. And the legend, Atula Guerra, he makes his return this season. He's going to go on, and with him, another urban legend, Nathan Lewis. So it's more firepower. Just when you thought that the doors were shut, they've kept it open for the Prisons team. Rondell Gibson comes on. So they're looking for something positive as well. As well as Akim Bibi Bailey, man known as Crouch. Guerra able to win out here. He's running at the heart of the defense. Plays this one through. Raymond unable to keep it in under his control. And it's banged up field. Nathan Lewis. Brendan Semper. Kiza full of energy. Exchanging passes with Guerra. Kiza. Nathan Lewis just headed out, and it's going to be a corner off the head of Henry. So they're still looking for goals here with just about 10 minutes left in this one. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be taken by Mark Ramdin. They go short. Raymond Kiza. Primus. Raymond. Mark Ramdin. Aaron. Mark Ramdin. Floated. And it's just gone out. Teasing cross. Some good work there by young Aaron Raymond. Shaking the man one way, then the other. Found Ramdin. Ramdin put it across. Keeper came, missed. But both Lewis and Primus could not put it on target. Burns. Ramdin. Gibson. Just shrugged off the ball there by Tulagera, not able to get enough purchase on that one. Referee just calling for the infringement. goes out. It's going to be Prison's ball. It's going to be thrown in there by Burns. Raymond. Nice build up here. Here on Raymond. Just not able to cut it back. Gibson, is he onside? Maybe he was definitely offside. Ball flicked on. Kisa. Good reverse pass. Ramdin. Well saved by the keeper. Nathan Lewis drags past one. Puts it across. And then finally it's cleared. So it's opportunity after opportunity being squandered here by AC Port of Spain. Will they be made to pay? It's a beautiful ball through Ramdin. Great save by the keeper, a leg save. And then it was Nathan Lewis. He did everything right except put the ball in the back of the net. Ball banged forward. Looking to come for a bit of a run here. Nathan Lewis, the man from Maloney. Salim Henry. No call by the referee. Gibson. The other Gibson, Rondell Gibson, this time finds Peters. Aaron Peters. Ball inside. And it's just headed clear. So it's going to be a corner here. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. King taking this one with the left boot is going to be curling away. Ball across. Forwards to Gibson. Gibson with a shot. Just flashing wide. The ball just being retrieved. Not much time left in this one. We'll clear up field. Aaron thought he bought that battle fairly. The referee says no. Quick restart by Prisons. So as time begins to wind down in this one, it seems like the AC Port of Spain team, they're going to punch to another victory here. They lead 4-0 versus Prisons. They got the opening goal off the boot of Liam Burns, first to react to uncleared free kick. And then young Michael Shaves was able to redirect across from Hailey Beckles into the far corner to put his team up 2-0. Later on in the second half, Beckles got the favor returned. Shave this time the provider. Beckles finishing it off. And then in the second half, getting the fourth goal for them was Beckles as he net a brace. Rondell Gibson finds Josiah King. Gibson aimed at B.B. Bailey, but it's cut out. Atula Guerra. Mark Ramdin. Atula Guerra. Stabbing at it there. Atula Guerra. It was a beautiful ball by Guerra. Finding Ramdin. Ramdin with a good close control. Laid it on a platter for Guerra. All he had to do was to find the top right-hand corner. Instead it flew wide. His frustration on display there. Ball played through. Some good work there by young Kiza. He loses out. See one side, one Gibson to the other. Anderson Gibson, he keeps it in play. Cuts inside. But Kiza. And then a strong challenge. And Gibson finds himself in the referee's book. So he's been booked. So not much more time left here as the AC Port of Spain, they've come to Central. They came, they saw, and they conquered. They'll go back home with 3 points in the bag, 4 goals to the good as they keep their hopes alive to punch a place in the CFU. And that's the final whistle. So at the final whistle, it's the boys from Port of Spain who win this one 4 goals to 0. They win and they continue their climb up the charts. From all of us here, the whole production team, I want to thank you for viewing another production of the Ttpfl Tier 1 live right here on Wave TV. So wishing all mothers again happy Mother's Day. And for the rest of us all, be safe this coming week.
For all your catering needs, weddings, baby showers, sporting events and much more, Rachel's Catering Services. WhatsApp at 715